Welcome to Community Conversations. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, and you're listening and watching 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.5, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. If you've never listened or watched Community Conversations before, it's where we come to talk about the problems happening right here in our community and how nonprofits are making a difference. And today, I have in here with me Superintendent and Director, Mr. today, King. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Trying to continue to navigate through this online stuff. This Zoom, this stuff is crazy. I thought we was over this.
I know, right? I'm like, I cannot wait till I can do interviews back in the studio. I miss the energy.
Man, boy, trying to get on and log on, and I'm just not used to that. So
It's a lot.
yeah.
Well, go ahead and remind the people about your background and how you came into the role of the director of Dohn
Yeah.
Community School.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in education over 20 some years now, closer to 25 actually, and I was the very first teacher hired in the charter school movement when charter schools were first introduced here in Ohio. I was the very first teacher, fresh out of college. Came out as a science teacher and kind of worked my way up. From there. I've been in the charter school game all my life actually, and it's a blessing to be able to still be able to produce, for our community. And it just gives with charter schools and community schools, it just gives us another outlet, or gives families another outlet to be creative and to not always fall inside of that bubble. It just gives people a way that they could work outside of the bubble and still be able to accomplish their goals, and that's to get the high school diploma.
Now, Dohn Community School is very different. You have so many different options on what kids can come to the school and what they can learn. But you're
Yeah.
continuously expanding. For someone who hasn't heard about Dohn Community School, talk about some of the programs that you all have.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we are expanding. We have over 10 locations here in the city. They're in many different pockets of the building. I mean, not the building, it's the city. My goal was to always place schools in communities to where students can just get there. They don't have to catch multiple buses to get to schools. They can go to their school right in their neighborhood, and so that's always been the goal. And I think over the last couple of years, we've been able to establish those goals. Don High School, it provides a quality education for kids. We've gotten away from the second chance school. Is becoming more of a traditional type high school where kids are coming. They don't need a second chance. They're just coming because we have quality programs, such as we have a wonderful KITMIS program, which stands for keeping teen moms in school, in which that kids can come and they can actually bring their kids to school. We have a daycare on site at one of our locations, and so they drop the kids off, and then they get their education and come back and pick the kids up. We actually van them from their homes. We pick them up at their homes, and I'll actually take them back to their homes. That's one of our programs that has been very, very successful over the last couple of years. We also have a major prep element to our school, to where we have Division I athletes that want to get a second chance. They come to us to get that extra scholarship that they've been looking for. So that's another component of what Don offers. We also have a work study program in which kids come. They actually here half a day, and they actually go to work the back half of the day. The list goes on. I mean, we continue to be creative. We continue to be flexible with our families. And I just have to say, they kind of love us at this point. We also have an adult program in which you can be over 21 years old and still get a high school diploma. So we actually have a graduation tomorrow, actually on Saturday at the Fifth Third Arena. We're graduating over 125 adults that, this has been on their bucket list. for years, 50 and 60 and 70-year-old folks that still want to get that high school diploma. They have that opportunity as well at Dohn. So, we're Baskin Robbins. We got many different flavors.
I love it. And you all are continuing to expand. I heard through the grapevine that you're opening up some new schools and some new places. So talk about some that you opened up in the last year and what you're going to
Yeah.
be specializing in.
Yeah, absolutely. We're here at Dohn. We're opening up our new campus out in Hamilton, Ohio, out in Butler County, and it offers students out there the same options as getting accelerated credit recovery and giving them another option outside of the district school out there. And so that will be opening up here in August. It's the very first credit recovery high school out in that area. And so we've been getting a lot of great responses from the Hamilton County community, Hamilton County, Ohio community. We'll serve those kids that are in Middletown, Fairfield, and Hamilton out there. And so I'm excited about that. We also expanded up to Dayton, Ohio. So we're opening up a campus up in Dayton, Ohio, which is going to be a great area up there. So I'm excited about that. We also have 2 elementary schools under our wing, in which those schools opened up for the first time this past year, and it was very successful. We had great enrollment, and we've been able to educate kids at that younger age. This year we'll be offering pre-K to go along with our kindergarten programs this year, and so I'm excited about that as well. And so, we're just going to continue to create those options for families. We operate as our own district, and so we have multiple schools underneath our district, which is considered as the Cincinnati Charter School Collaborative. There's many schools under that brand.
And as you ride around, you will see non-community. I mean, like you said, you wanted them to be where it's accessible. I think they're all on the bus line. You see the
Absolutely.
Lorraine is on the bus line. I saw the one Harrison. I mean, you're making sure that they have access to education. You can't say you can't get it because Dohn is giving it to you.
We giving it to you. We giving it to you. We're gonna continue to do that. It's not always peaches and creams, of course. We have moments. We have our moments like every other school. We're just trying to educate these kids and let them know that it's very, very seldom do they have an opportunity without a high school diploma, and we're trying to give it to you. So just come check us out. We're trying to give it to you.
What made you expand to Hamilton and Dayton? I mean, does this mean you're about to come to take over Ohio next, or?
Well, that's the plan. Those 2 cities are untapped markets. I always strategize as far as what city or what neighborhood could benefit the most from having a program such as Dohn and credit recovery, and just all of the things we offer. And those 2 I have been looking at for a couple years now, and the time is now to continue. The time is now to continue to expand, and so that's what we're doing right now.
Now, I know COVID kind of messed a lot of things up with schools and parents enrolling students, and they just kind of been turned off just from the whole online thing. What are you all doing in response to COVID-19 challenges that we all faced last year?
Yeah, we're right now we're in summer session. So we had over 80 kids this past summer. We've been in summer session since June 7th. We're getting ready to conclude our summer session. Kids are in here. It almost feels back to normal. They're here. They're coming here half a day, getting their credit recovery. We're getting ready to come out with our summer graduation, which is August 12th. So a lot of those kids that did not graduate in May, they're getting the opportunity to graduate in August. And so, we offer 3 graduations a year, one in the fall, in December, actually in the winter, I'm sorry, one in the spring, which is in May, and one in the summer, which is in August. And so with that being said, we're getting back to that normalcy. A lot of our staff, well, most of the staff has been vaccinated. And so we're continuously wearing masks still, but we are getting back to some form of normalcy. I can tell honestly by the high numbers that we're getting right now, from phone calls to walk-ins. I mean, it's been crazy as far as enrollment right now, and so I know we're gonna have a great year coming up.
That's good news that enrollment is, they're starting to come back in and starting to get it
Yeah,
popping, because it's been a hard
yeah.
time coming.
Oh man.
Are you still, I mean, with mind of the social distancing aspect for the classes?
I mean, we're
Is
trying.
there a certain limit to how many people can be in the classroom?
I mean, yeah, we're trying, Miss Ed. We're trying, but I mean, we're trying to, also educate them as many as we can. Now, we're not sticking 50 in the classroom type deal, but we are trying to get back to that normal, that 20, 25 in the classroom. Kind of sort of spread out to a certain extent. But again, that's always going to be challenging when you're dealing with
Yeah.
any high school kid or any kid, because you can't control it. I mean, any school that's saying, hey, yeah, we can control, nah, that
Yeah.
sounds good, but it's not. We're trying our best.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep that mask on, especially
Yeah.
when learning gets exciting. You want to talk and be engaging in the classroom. So for parents that are listening and maybe they have a kid in the car and they're considering coming, why Dohn? Like, how are you
Yeah.
measured up academically versus other schools in the area?
Great question. Dohn has shown in the past school report cards that we're top tier when it comes to graduation rates. We have the highest in the city. We're graduating over 90% of our kids. Factual evidence. It's just not me in here, here talking. It's actual factual evidence. And so what I would say is this: the goal is to graduate from high school. Is to get students is to get students, to latch on to something that they like, whether that's a sports team, whether that's, being on a prom committee, whether that's, student council, whatever it may be, that get kids acclimated back coming to school is what we're trying to do. But if I was a parent, I would definitely consider Dohn High School, especially if it's a situation to where your kid is outside of his graduation year, or by age he's not in his appropriate grade. Those are the two major differences between what we offer and what a traditional school can offer. If a kid is, because they go in traditional schools, they go more by actual credits that the kid has. We go by mostly the age. So if a kid is 18 years old with zero credits, we'll say that kid in a traditional school will be placed in the ninth grade. Okay, which then at that point will make that kid has a hard time with coming every day because he's sitting in the class full of freshmen, right? And so that's what they do in district schools. We don't do that. We place the kids in their age appropriate group. So now I feel like a senior, even though I'm not a senior academically, but I do feel like it, so that keeps that kid coming back to school, and then we can always recover the credit, but we want to, like I said, it's so easy nowadays to drop out of school. I can say right now, there's multiple kids that say, man, I ain't going back. There's nothing. What are they gonna do? I mean, what you can file truancy, but by the time that you get a court date, it's months and months. So
Yeah.
we don't want to have that. I think that's the broken. There's a let me say this. There's a problem right now in the city, and I'm not just saying just Cincinnati, but however, there's a problem in the city with truancy. Okay, from all schools, and the right now parents are not being held accountable, which in some
Right.
cases they shouldn't be, because the parents got to go to work, right? We know that we got to get up, we got to get in the routine of going to work. So you really think that your son or daughter is going to school, but in all actuality they're never reaching the school, right? And so with that being said, what do we do as a school? We can, like I said, we can file truancy, but sometimes by the time you get a court date, it takes so long. So that kid had been out of school for 2 or 3 months, because there's nothing that a school really could do. There's no recourse. So, with Dohn, what we do that's a little different is we have what's considered as life coaches. And those life coaches act as truancy officers, and they actually go to the kids' homes. So once that kid reaches about 5 days that we haven't seen him, then boom, that automatically generates this life coach to go out to the homes to see what's going on. And 9 times out of 10, what you find out is, the kid is just laying in there, or, the kid don't even live there no more, or he's couch surfing, or, sometimes the kid don't have a uniform, or sometimes the kid don't have enough money to get to school. So what happens is our life coaches go out and they're fully equipped with all of those different things. They're fully equipped with uniforms when they go out. They're fully equipped with money to give kids to get to school. So I think that is different than what Dohn offers than any other school.
Oh yeah, y'all making sure y'all solve the problem. Not just saying you got to come here, but okay, you're hungry,
right.
You need some transportation, we got you.
Right.
That support is so needed, because again, some of them don't have parents to hold them accountable.
Absolutely. Now,
when does the school year start, and how can we enroll?
Well, school year starts up in August 23rd. You can enroll every day at 608 East McMillan. That is our mother. That's the hub of Dohn. It's the main campus. That's the main. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but that's the main campus. It's 608 East McMillan, right here on the corner of East McMillan and Essex. Before you hop on 71 North. We are here Monday through Friday from 8 to 3. And if you want to come in and enroll, somebody will be here to enroll you, and go from there. But yes, absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. I love the movement. Y'all are just expanding more and more and more. So when you're ready to build some more stuff, make sure you let me know so we can bring you back on.
I appreciate it, Miss Ebony. It's always a pleasure. You're doing great work. I'm a witness of it. And, hopefully, in the future, we're going to continue to keep this partnership going. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. No problem. Well, if you want to enroll your kid, you still can. Do not miss out on the chance for your child to get quality education at Dohn Community School. This is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.5, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. If you would like to be a guest, make sure you shoot me an email, msebonyj@radio-1. And if you're following me on any social media, you can just slide in my DMs. See you next week.